Krishna ni begane baro Krishna ni begane to build a better world, a world that's for children, a world that's for everyone. Krishna ni begane baro.
Do you have it in you to become an engineer? Let's see what are the different avenues that are open to you. As an engineer, you could do cool stuff like design planes, bridges, or even games.
We have mechanical, electrical, the core branches, we have metallurgy, we have computers and IT. Then we have also diverged into environmental sciences, biotechnology, biomedical, marine, aviation, you name it, and engineering is there.
How do you go about becoming an engineer?
Joint entrance examinations and All India Engineering Entrance Exam are most important exams for aspiring engineers. Another provision for students comes in the form of state-level engineering entrance exams.
If you know which area of engineering your talent is best suited for and you trust your aptitude, then your career graph can shoot almost vertically.
There is no question about, as I have done the mechanical uni, I have to limit myself to the mechanical engineering only. You can go in ample directions.
What kind of future would you have as an engineer?
There is just no dearth of options. You are ready for the market in just about 4 years' time, and you are able to earn back whatever you invested for your program within a year.
Is this the right choice for you? There are some questions that need definite answering before you can decide for yourself. Keep watching CareerWise, your roadmap to success.
Get inside and find out how does that work. Sunday 11 AM on Topper. Get inside and find out how does that work. Sunday 11 AM on Topper.
Calculating square of two-digit number ending with 5 is just a cakewalk. Let's take 95. अब हमें इसका square निकालने के लिए first digit, that is 9, you have to multiply itself plus 1, that is 9 into 9 plus 1. और end में हमें बस 5 का square 25 और डालना है. So हमारे पास final result होगा 95 square, that is 9025. मेरे साथ पढ़ने के लिए मुझे अपने घर पे इनवाइट कीजिए. हॉर्लिक्स का पैक खरीदें और SMS करें अपना यूनिक कोड 58888 पर या लॉग ऑन करें www.topperlearning.com/horlicks पर.
You see, the notes of the piano had jumps in them, whereas when I sang, I moved my voice smoothly through the notes. Now, you see, the real world has uses for both these variations. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the concept of continuity. We've all encountered functions in high school. We know how to plot them too. Today in Math 12, we'll use our intuition to flesh out some continuous functions. Hi, I'm Shankar. Stay with me and I'll demystify the subject of calculus for you. It's really quite simple. Once you think logically, you begin to score magically. Now the piano notes jump and the violin notes don't. So you see, continuity and discontinuity can both be interesting. Let's see, what do we have on our plate today? some very important things. In this episode, we shall describe what it means for a function to be continuous or discontinuous. We shall also examine what happens when we combine two functions by adding or dividing them. We shall classify discontinuities and study the graphs of functions that exhibit them. And finally, give you some important tips on how to crack your exams.
Hello and welcome. It's great to start your day with a good workout. What do you think? I ran 5 kilometers this morning, except I did not get anywhere. You are already guessing, right? Of course, I was on a treadmill. How I hope that reading does not mislead. Without quizzing you anymore, let me tell you what's on the show today. We will learn to define distance and displacement, define and differentiate between average speed and average velocity, study the nature of uniform and non-uniform motion, and watch the segment that makes you feel good about attempting exams, Exam Decoded. To understand displacement, we'll first understand a simple concept: motion along a straight line. And here is the Exam Decoded section, your guide to great scores in the exams. We'll warm up with a round of rapid fire questions on displacement and velocity. Let's see if you're fast enough. The first question: the magnitude of displacement is equal to minimum possible distance between two positions. True or false? Answer is true. 1 point if you got it right. The next question now. Choose the correct statement. A body has a constant velocity and still it can have a varying speed. A body has a constant speed, but it can have a varying velocity. A body having constant speed cannot have any acceleration. The answer is velocity can vary when the speed is constant, but direction of motion is changing. Let's have the x-axis lie along the straight road and positive x direction towards the right. Next, we have to fix an origin. So let's choose the traffic post as the reference point and mark it as the origin. The motion of the scooter will be considered relative to this origin. Therefore, the motion along the positive axis is considered as positive, while the motion along the negative axis will be taken as negative. The scooter's position is marked with a representative point. Let's say its front end. By doing so, we have represented the position of the scooter by one single point.
Imagine drawing the graph of the standard sine function. You can see that there is no break in the graph. On the other hand, if you recall the graph of the tangent function, you can see that there are breaks at minus 3 pi over 2, minus pi over 2, pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, and so on.
Hello friends! Welcome to Science for Juniors. I am Scientist Radhikrishnan, or SRK as you all prefer to call me, and she is my lab assistant Benny.
Oh, thank God! That irritating sound is gone finally. You kids today have everything in abundance, I tell you.
Are you saying this because I told you I have so many different colored socks?
Of course, Kelsey. When I was of your age, I had only 3 pairs, and all of them were of the same color.
Well, my mom got me the socks. 3 pairs of blue color, 4 of white, and 3 of black.
Hello, Professor. You know, my pet turtle is not eating anymore.
Oh, that's sad. Have you taken him to the vet yet?
No, not yet, Professor. Mom says we should watch him one more day before we consult the vet.
Well, then let's watch another day. There's no harm in that.
I'm worried, Professor. Some of the worms we gave him in the morning are still there in the aquarium.
Relax, Cherry dear. Maybe he had had enough. Don't you leave some of your food in the plate when you get stuffed at times?
Let's begin the module with this illustration. It's Diwali time. A little boy wants to distribute gifts to his friends. He thought of 2 options, chocolates or color pencils. A chocolate costs 15 rupees, while the color pencils cost 60 rupees per box. Little boy has enough money to buy 4 color pencil boxes. Alternatively, he can buy chocolates with this money. The boy knows that since chocolates cost less, he can buy more chocolates than color pencil boxes. But how many more? Let's explore the answer to this question along with little boy in this module on ratio.
Sound on the move. In this module, we will learn about different media through which sound propagates. Listen closely. What do you hear at the moment? The chirping of birds? Vehicles rolling? Whatever you hear, that's called sound. Sound surrounds you all the time. Sound is a form of energy and is produced when an object vibrates or shakes rapidly. This rapid shaking of the object creates sounds which move through the air to reach the listener. How does sound travel through air? Sound travels in the form of waves. The waves spread through the air like ripples in a pond after you have thrown a pebble. So each layer bumps into the next layer, carrying the sound to the ear.